Welcome to Off the Top, Saturday night edition. We are on the roof. I was taking a jaunt around the village, observing many different languages, people, restaurants, coffee shops, artisans, and had myself a little coffee. Once I had that coffee, kind of late in the afternoon, I was like, you know what? Maybe, just maybe, this is a sign that I should record Off the Top, Saturday night edition. So welcome. The sun is giving me glimpses of, 15 minutes, 10 minutes. It's about to peek behind this building. So we're going to do our best to get through this. I spent a good 25 minutes with that little thing right there, my camera. It's amazing. Like, it's so much easier to shoot on my iPhone than FX30. And the FX30 just, it's a gift, but something that I need to actually put some thought into, because right now my ass is on ChatGPT. Like, what settings should I be shooting for sunset? It's not working. So I hope that it looks okay. Learning from the week. This comes from a lot of different people. I think Tony Robbins said it. Timothee Chalamet said it in an interview, which, by the way, I'll link. Hilarious. He was talking to, some magazine, and Zendaya was also being recorded, and he kind of went off and said something along the lines of, life isn't happening to you, life is coming from you. And she was just like, holy shit, bar. And I saw that, and it stuck with me, because I think for me at times, I like to play this victim mindset where it's like, ooh, professionally, things aren't going the way that I wanted, or this person did this to me or said this to me, or my knees are fucked from running and training for this New York City marathon not properly. But the unlock that Timothy talks about is like understanding that life is actually coming from you. And when you have that spirit and the understanding that experiences in life shape your future self, that is a much more rewarding place to come from than life is happening to me and I lack any control over the outcomes or the experiences that I have in my life. So that's a recurring theme, kind of along the same lines of choose your hard, or life will choose hard for you. Regardless of what you do in life, there's going to be challenges, but we all have some control over the way that we perceive the hard and how we show up. So, for instance, this quote for me, which, by the way, like, is one of those things where you see it a lot on social media. It might be gimmicky, a little basic, but I do think there's some truth to the statement. Like, for instance, the easiest one to comprehend is fitness. Showing up every day for yourself to wake up at 6 a.m., get an hour workout in, push your body, push your mind, is hard. There's going to be times that you're going to want to quit, but you know what is also hard? Not feeling the way that you want to feel, not giving your mind that break and that workout, and being out of shape. So you have the ability to choose which hard you want, and I think that goes for a lot of different things, even professionally. There's obviously some things that are out of your control, especially on the outcome side, but I do think encouraging ourselves to be proactive with how we perceive life and that choice is important. Challenges from the week. There's a J. Cole song that talks about slowly erupting, and that he much so preferred focusing on the art and letting the art speak for itself over time and not worrying about growth until that growth was ready. That completely resonates. And at times, like, I find myself falling victim to comparison games and looking at other people that are doing something similar, or, sticking to a traditional path and being like, fuck, that's what I should be doing. Or how do they have all these streams or followers or quote unquote societal success? But you cannot compare timelines. And there is some beauty in slowly erupting and trusting the process of, if this hasn't caught wind yet, there's a reason behind that. Like, I'm not ready. Maybe this podcast isn't meant to be heard yet, and that's okay. And I think I like to take that approach with all facets of life. When you are working on yourself and you have the intention of coming out the other side eventually, but pouring into the art, the craft, the personal development, it just takes time, and that is okay. There's so much beauty in becoming a new version of yourself before, like, all those different outcomes come to be. And so I'm reminding myself it's okay to be patient. It's okay to let it come when it's naturally supposed to. Harder in practice to understand, but when I do find moments of solitude and moments of stillness, it's something that I do naturally feel. And the people that I look up to are all over that, J. Cole in particular. So shout out to J. Cole. Fucking love him. Wins. So for those out there that have been following along, I am a recovering people pleaser. My natural tendencies are to want to make sure everyone that I interact with on a daily basis is happy or feels seen, feels heard. But in my life at times, that has forced me to live inauthentically. When something that I know didn't really resonate, I would, just like affirm them in a way that wasn't authentic. And something that I've been really focusing on is a quote from Mama Hav, which y'all know what I think about Mama Hav. She repeatedly flags that clear is kind. And when you are clear with people in your life, that is the kindest thing that you can do, even if it doesn't feel like it's kind at the time. So something I think a lot about when I'm forced into 10 seconds of awkward conversation, 10 minutes of awkward conversation, whatever it may be, I'm reminded of that quote of, when you're speaking your truth and being authentic to you, clear is kind. Shout out Mama Hav. Eyes on. This is a great one. I've talked about Andres before. He started a company called The Network, connects VCs with founders, but also has like a couple other companies embedded in The Network. And when I met Andres for the first time, showed up to a coffee chat, was expecting it to be 20 to 30 minutes. This guy shows up with this mic, like a $250 Shure mic. And since then, I've been following along his journey closely, and he just completed his seed round, raising millions of dollars for his company. And it's just a reminder that good things happen to good people. And when you treat people with kindness and go above and beyond and showing up for them and celebrating their wins, as Andres does, it comes back around. So shout out to Andres. I've mentioned him on the pod before, but somebody that I deeply respect and admire. Extra credit for the week. This is a little hack I learned a couple years ago from someone else. I can't take credit, but this hack is about snapping into the present moment. Takes 10 to 15 seconds. And when you remember to do it and start doing it, it compounds over time. It's a little bit like meditative, but The idea is super simple. It's just once a day, you should remember to wiggle your toes in your shoes. And that sounds fucking crazy, but I'm telling you, if you can put that in the back of your mind and just tap on it once a day, no matter where you are, just like wiggle your toes, feel the ground, feel your shoes, take a deep breath and pause. It helps like click you into the present moment. And I have not found something that allows me, one, to think of this hack as easily, and two, tap me in like this does. I might be fucking crazy, but for me, it really helps. And I cannot remember where I heard it, but it's one that I love. I catch myself doing it frequently because over time, you start to think about it more and more. So if you're ever interacting with me and you see me looking down and just kind of wiggling my toes, just remind yourself to do the same. Off the top, what a beautiful night. I'm so grateful to have these experiences and to soak up these moments. I'm looking over the skyline and just amazed by what human beings can do. Like, even this like idea of building skyscrapers, like what? How do we trust these people 200 feet up, 1,500 feet up? Like, oh, that makes sense. Of course, I should be taking this elevator all the way up. Happy Saturday night. We've got an incredible guest this week, Isaac French. I have so much gratitude for the ability to talk to some of these people. Isaac is one of the best thinkers that I've met in the world of hospitality. Extremely articulate. This was a choppy one.